please do choose CGFNS for your evaluation if you want to be working in the US. Hello everyone, this is Anil again from DiCarmel International, New York, and hope everyone is doing great. And it's been a while since I came in front of you, and I got a little bit busy coming back to my normal routines and everything. And as usual, I want to keep you informed of anything that I learn new or different. And because my goal is to keep you informed of the right thing, the most truthful, the most accurate information. I want to guide you in the right path, not to mislead you. That's what my goal is. And particularly when it comes into the selection of your provinces or the Board of Nursing for your NCLEX-RN registration. I have done a couple of videos in the past, and if you haven't listened to those videos, this is what basically I was talking in those videos, that, you know, if you are someone in Canada and if you want to do your NCLEX-RN, you might know, like, I mean, in Canada, it is kind of challenging to get your approval, right away with most of the board. It takes a while. There's a little bit of uncertainty, particularly, you know, if you're going through NNAS, it's very unpredictable. If you're going through NNAS and waiting for your approval from under the Board of Nursing, it's kind of challenging. But lately, the Canada, other provinces has come up with their own approval, like New Brunswick or Nova Scotia or Alberta, they have their own approval method, as which is a good thing. But apart from that, if you're someone who is seeking for NCLEX-RN process through the US, and in my previous videos I emphasize, please go through New York board, because New York board is probably the one single board that allow you to write your NCLEX-RN from outside the US without being physically present in the US, means without a social security. It allows you to write and without going through the expensive ERES, the $600 process, or through CGFNS. Now the fees is $485. So without going through those processes, for Illinois board, which a lot of people did in the past, now you can definitely do it for the New York board, and that saves you so much time and money. And you directly apply with the New York board for just $143 instead of wasting the $600 or $485 for other boards. And also you don't have to go through the fingerprinting. Without any of these hurdles, in 2 to 3 months you get your approval for New York board. What else you need, right? And also I told you the great amazing thing with the New York board is that with the New York board, once you pass the exam, you get your license home. Okay, whether you are in the US or in Canada or in India or in Middle East, you get your license at your home, at your address. You don't have to go through the tedious licensing process. You don't have to send a money order to Illinois board, waiting for 2-3, and some people had to wait for 6 months to get your license. After getting through this difficult exam, after going through all these hurdles, you have to wait for another 6 months to get your license. That's bad, right? So you don't need that with the New York board. Once you pass your exam, you get your license ready at your home, a physical license. They'll send you a beautiful physical license at your home. Okay, so that's something that's really nice to see after you work so hard to get it, right? And also it's very easy to transfer from New York board to other boards as well. I mean, if you are looking for in Canada. Okay, so yeah, that's for particularly those who are in Canada I'm talking. Now coming to yes, again, as I told you, if you are in Canada looking for your license through US, please don't at this time. Maybe it will change in the future. At this time, don't register through Illinois board. Don't go to ERES or CGFNS for Illinois board. And the problem is they have such a waiting time. They have almost 3 to 6 months waiting time. As I just told you, people struggling so much. They keep texting, they keep, they keep calling, they keep wasting so much money and time and no response for months. You get really disappointed, okay? So please avoid Illinois board for the time being, okay? It might change. They are trying to fix it. Once it's changed, it might be beautiful. Yeah, but by the way, New York had a lot of delay in the past, but that problem is gone for the time being. They're very efficient. They are very organized, beautiful customer service based on what I know in the recent past. And they are amazing nowadays. Hope it'll stay the same in the future as well, okay? All right, and now, but if you're someone seeking for US license, okay, if you're someone seeking for a US license, now, by the way, a lot of people do go through Australia AFRA. Now, if that's for your Canada, that could be okay. Yeah, you might get a pretty much fast approval. That is good. But in case if you have any thoughts to endorse that, transfer that to the US, please don't go through AFRA at this time. because as it came to learn in the recent past, the boards in the US are not easily accepting the AFRA license, while it says in the searches it's the same NCLEX. Some of the US boards that I came across, they are saying it's a different form of NCLEX. Well, in my best understanding, it's the same NCLEX. The preparation is the same, but they are saying it's a different form of NCLEX, and they are not really accepting that. So try to avoid AFRA if you are looking for US opportunities at this time. Okay, so you might have heard there is a lot of H-1B lottery and or cap exam visas that's going to be available in the US, and a lot of news would have came across. So if you want to utilize those opportunities, please get started on your NCLEX preparation at this time, and also get started with the NCLEX application process sooner than later. Now again, coming back, if you're looking for the US licensure, if you're going to be working in the US, if you're going to be working in US, Canada, or anywhere, I mean, these three countries only, US, Canada, and Australia, those are the three countries that accept NCLEX-RN, as you might be aware. Now, if you're looking to be in the US, don't look for, don't apply for unless you want to be in New York specifically. Okay, you have a family that have filed for you in New York. You want to be in New York for sure. You want to enjoy New York. Okay, you have heard a lot about New York. Unless you have that reason, don't go for New York board. The reason is, in case, US has 50 states and there are several territories as well. So if you want to transfer your license from New York to other boards, you have to go through a different process. Because just for New York, it's called a credential verification service, called a CVS. And for other states, it's called a credential evaluation service. So please don't go through New York board unless you're specific, you want to be in New York. And because in the future, if you want to transfer, New York is too cold. And if you want to go to the south, to the Florida, to Texas, and so on, then you'll have a problem. You have to go through the same expensive process of reapplications, spend a lot more money. But if you have done your NCLEX through any of the boards, it might be easily transferable, because the credential evaluation is the same evaluation they do for those states. Now, again, just before I told you, avoid Illinois board at this time. Well, you can. If you are going to be in Illinois for the future, it's fine. But again, I told you, there's no other problem. But after you pass your exam, you had to wait for 2-3 months to get your registration. That's the only problem with the Illinois board. But there is a better option I suggest you. If you're someone who's confident, if you're going to pass your exam in the first attempt, I wish that's what you should do. If you're going to pass your exam in the first attempt or in the very next attempt, I suggest you choose Texas Board of Nursing. That's another amazing board I came across. Texas Board of Nursing is amazing. Why? Because they have beautiful customer service. And once you pass your exam, it's pretty much similar to Illinois Board of Nursing. You can go through your CGFNS or ERES, and you get your approval. And once you have approval, you write your exam. You also need to do fingerprinting, but it's not as challenging as with the Illinois Board of Nursing. Once you have all this process done, once you take your exam, once you pass your exam, you get your license in your online portal in a couple days. You don't have to go through any further registration process, wasting a few more months. So if you're someone confident to pass in the first attempt, or you can take up to 3 attempts without going through another review process. If you fail for Florida or for Texas Board of Nursing more than 3 times, you have to go through a state mandated or state recognized review program. They don't accept review from anywhere else. So you have to go through those mandatory reviews before you can reappear. So in order to avoid, again, if you're confident that you're going to pass in the first attempt or in the very next attempt, please choose Texas Board as the best board I suggest you at this time. And also, if you're going to be in the US, please, if you're going to be in the US through green card, employment-based green card, EB3, or H-1B, please do not choose ERES. Because nowadays, even for EB3, for employment-based visa, it was always mandatory for you to have your visa screen done. And now even for H-1B, they're asking for the visa screen. And this visa screen is issued by CGFNS International, the same agency that gets you the approval to write the exam. The other one also is issuing you your visa screen certificate. So if you have gone through ERES, a lot of people are suffering because they are misled. That is true. You're misled, and you went through your whole evaluation of ERES. You did your evaluation, beautiful. You got your you wrote your exam, you got your approval. Now you're going to go through the same process of getting your evaluation from India and wherever it is to get your visa screen certificate, wasting so much money and time. So please do choose CGFNS for your evaluation if you want to be working in the US. And also, I highly recommend CGFNS not only for the EB3 or the visa screen purpose, but also many states, there are only, not all states accept ERES evaluation. So that means, for example, you got your license in Illinois or Texas. If you want to move to Pennsylvania, you want to move to Maryland, those states mandate you to have CGFNS evaluation. They don't accept the ERES evaluation. So please, ideal, go through CGFNS evaluation for any of the sports. Hope I was getting you some good, valuable information, and I'll try to get you posted on more updates of whatever I come across. So please do subscribe my channel to get a lot of this valuable information. Have a good day.